temper our chocolate, right? For it to be hard and stand up. Why do we not need to temper this chocolate?
It's gonna chill.
Because we're serving it out of the refrigerator. Yes. If this is going on a plated dessert, it's coming right from the refrigerator, and you want to keep the plastic on it until it goes on the plate, and then you peel it off, and it goes to the customer. So it doesn't even have time to get soft. Now, yes, we are putting this one on the mini display, but it's not going to be on there long enough to make a huge difference. So the beauty of it is you can use this, just melt it. Now this isn't hot anymore, it's cooled down, but it's still liquid, so it makes it easier to work with, okay? So I filled a small pastry bag. I'm going to cut a small tip. See how it comes out? Just like that, perfect. The thinner this is, the better. The thicker it is, the more difficult it is to work with. Are you the last table? Do you already have your small ones? Yeah. Okay, good, so I'm going to use this one right now. So what we need to do is have our pieces that are ready to go wrap around here, and if these are still cold, then it makes this set really, really nicely, okay? So what we want to do is put it right here. Where's the right here. So what I usually do is have one piece of parchment, and then I'll start all of these and I'll put them on there, and then all my big ones or whatever you're going to do, and start at the top so you're not wasting it. Whatever chocolate gets on the paper, all I want you to do is fold the paper over into quarters, stack it, and we'll wrap it. We'll put it on the back table there, or on the speed rack, and next week it'll be hardened. We'll use that chocolate again. Okay, don't waste it. You don't want to scrape it up. It's a mess. Don't deal with it that way. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold this again with the palm of my hand. I'm squeezing, and I'm going to do a zigzag motion. I do not want to see any zigzag within the plastic. I want you to go like this. So the plastic is here, and so all you see are ends. Does that make sense? You can get closer if you want. Okay. So what I'm going to do here is go on an angle, back and forth like this. Okay. Then I'm going to turn my body this way, and I'm going to go back and forth like this. Yes. Now, if you are doing this too thick, you can see that because it's not tempered, it's not going to set right away, that you run the risk of it kind of flowing out a little more. So it does look better. If you happen to have a tempering machine and you have tempered chocolate, do it with that. It works better, but you don't have to use that. So I'm going to do this over here. Can somebody grab me a mini offset spatula at the bottom of our page, please? Or if you have one out already. Do you see how quickly I'm going now? Do you remember earlier today I said the faster you go, the straighter your lines? Okay. Now sometimes if you even want more structure, you can go like this way too. But the thinner your lines, the better this looks. So you can go crazy with it. Don't cover it up too much. Thank you. So then when you are ready to do this, you want to grab the plastic from right underneath. This takes a delicate hand. I'm going to take this with my 2 fingers on the top, place it on the back, be very careful not to smush it too much, and then I'm going to wrap it around like this, and then put my fingers and go right up the side here. If this is cold enough, it will start to set that chocolate right away. If it is not, it's just going to pop back open. Now, I will tell you that the acetate comes in different thicknesses. If it's too thick, it's going to pop open again, especially when it's smaller, and it's really, really a nightmare to work with. So you want to make sure that when you're buying the acetate that it's pretty flimsy for this application. If you were just to cut parchment paper, it's almost too flimsy. It's hard to work with when you're piping those lines. So again, I'm going to grab up under there. I'm going to grab one finger here, take it just on the other side. I'm going to pull it just towards it here, and then I'm going to take my fingers very carefully, pull it here, and then just work your seam up. Now that seam was perfect. You're always going to have a front and a back to this, unfortunately. Then, when this gets refrigerated, then all of this gets hard, then you just peel this off and then you have a fence. Now, if it is tempered chocolate, you're more than likely to have it be perfect every time. When we're dealing with this chocolate, you run the risk of breaking that very easily, but it's got to be cold when you unmold it. It will also be shiny because the acetate imparts a shine. So the plastic, just like your plastic molds, will create that beautiful shine to your chocolate too.